Greetings, everyone. Thank you, thank you for being here today and for the opportunity to share my thoughts with people who share the future. In the next 15 minutes, I will show how each of you can become part of the great Ukrainian victory and forever write your names in the world's modern history. As you already know, Ukraine has been fighting for its freedom and democratic choice for 8 months. The heroic Ukrainian people resist the so-called Second Army of the world. This war is completely different from anything that came before it. This war against a powerful enemy is the most technological advanced war in human history. Today, I want to show you how technology lets you protect the entire democratic world and how each of you can test your product in Ukraine, capitalize on your company, and join our victory. We have created the Ministry of Digital Transformation to create the most convenient state in the world in terms of public services. But as you will see below, we, like every Ukrainian, do more than our formal instructions. During these 8 months, we learned how to transform, combine, test, and launch completely different technologies from different fields in the shortest time possible. Sometimes it takes days after the idea is born until its final implementation. After all, Ukraine needs quick solutions, and that is why we are the best place for your ideas. This is not just an opportunity to make a good MVP, it's the start of the most ambitious projects in the country, which is the focus of the world community. And what is very important, technology not only helps on the battlefield, but also saves lives, keeps loved ones connected, and allows the economy to work. Let's take a look at what we are using now and what we aim to use in the future. We start with artificial intelligence. In this picture, you can see a Russian soldier, Yakov Morozov, from Mias, Chelyabinsk. Yakov has been actively looting in Ukraine, so he sent home 66 kilograms of stolen clothes. And here is his brother in ready arms, a Russian army soldier, who sent home to Zurich 3 TV screens that he had stolen in Ukraine. I can give you thousands of names of those we have identified thanks to AI technology. There are not just looters, there are murderers and war criminals. Modern technologies make it possible to find all of them, no matter where they are hiding from justice. Also, thanks to AI, we are able to decode satellites map, find specific types of weapons, and obtain high-quality intelligence data. We develop our own IT solutions and learned how to recognize dynamic targets on the battlefield by drones and use auto guidance to capture targets. Still, I'm sure that we are not using all the possibilities of artificial intelligence, and I'd like you to tell us more about them. Communication. At the very beginning of the full-scale war, we realized that there will be problems with this connection. Mobile and fixed communications didn't work in places of hostilities. Cell towers were destroyed or couldn't work without stable electricity. The fiber optic was damaged. Satellite internet was the only option, but it wasn't available in Ukraine yet. On February 26, two days after the full-scale invasion, I asked Elon Musk on Twitter to send Starlink stations to Ukraine. It wasn't a strategy or calculated plan. My country required help and acted using every available option. I'm still grateful to Musk for his instant response, which said that Starlink service was active in Ukraine and more terminals are en route. It was the beginning of a great story because Starlink technologies changed this war. You can see how people in deoccupied Izium alone connected to Starlink to call relatives with whom they had not spoken for months. And here are Starlinks that we use on trains. When the sky is closed, the railroad becomes a key infrastructure. People are evacuated by trains, and satellite communication is very important here. And of course, we use battlefield communications. The most obvious example is drones. We connect drones, both reconnaissance and strike, to the satellite internet. This gives us an important advantage over the enemy, whose forces are several times bigger than ours. We are interested in all communication-related projects. If few developments can provide a stable connection in the most critical situations or jam it, please contact us. This is another story about speed of reaction. Shortly before the start of the full-scale invasion, we realized we should secure all of our data. Thanks to cooperation with Amazon and Microsoft, in a couple of days, under absolute secrecy, we transferred the basic information system to the cloud abroad. And it was a great decision. This is what the backup storage center looks like. In the early days, Russian missile hit it. This was not all about data storage. Day after day during the war, all state institutions, banks, government organizations are being exposed to constant, powerful cyber attacks. But they all fight back, because we have created an IT army that repels thousands of attacks and counterattacks themselves. Before this, Russia has always won in the informational war thanks to dirty propaganda, bot firms, and the independent media ban. This time, the IT army making the truth break out even the evil empire itself. Still, our main task is to protect our infrastructure. But if you are ready to shed the light of truth in the Russia Federation, contact us as well. Everything we can see in science fiction movies becomes reality. This war is a war of machines. The more advanced and stable your machines are, the faster you transform and improve them, and the more chances you have to succeed. Drones play a huge role in this war. First of all, they are reconnaissance. They help to control thousands of kilometers of the front line. Additionally, there are attack drones, kamikaze drones, and hundreds of other developments. To help the armed forces, we launched the Army of Drones project. Thousands of reconnaissance and strike drones have been purchased and invented, and our work in this field continues. Today, one of our priorities are unmanned surface and underwater vehicles. These can protect the Black Sea waters from constant acts of terrorism by Russia. Another very important direction of development is demining. According to the UN, Ukraine is one of the most mined countries in the world. Last week, Armed Track 400, the world's most effective demining vehicle, was put into service in the occupied Kharkiv region. We are also very interested in developing demining robots. For example, we are actively adapting robot dogs for this purpose. We need engineers, products in the field of robotic technology and UAVs. This is priority for us. Services for citizens. Our main digital product is DIA. 18.5 million Ukrainians are using it. We launched the world's first electronic passport, the fastest business registration, etc. However, since the full-scale war started, DIA became one of the main digital assistants for the civilians. Now, it's impossible to imagine our lives without this app. We receive social benefits, register damaged property, watch TV, or listen to the radio in it. You can also buy military bonds here, make a donation to the army, and even join the service for intelligence. People send photos and videos of the Russian troops' movements and their hardware via this app. The war constantly creates new challenges and objectives. We need the most innovative services for citizens, including financial, social, insurance, and medical. Finally, electricity. Since Monday, October 10, Russia has been destroying our energy infrastructure on a constant basis. As of today, they managed to damage 40% of it. Millions of people are left without electricity. Millions of people are facing the risk of spending the upcoming winter without light, heat, and water. More than ever, we need technologies that can respond to this challenge: to heat, restore, maintain, illuminate, and protect. We need innovative solutions for generating, saving, and delivering electricity and heat. In conclusion, let me tell you a story. When I arrived at the front and asked the general how I could help, his answer really surprised me. He said he needed a 3D printer. What for? I asked him. To print a couple of spare parts so the drone can fly better. Ordinary drones, which were used to shoot nature before, now have become tools for protection. Regular drones perform complex reconnaissance missions. Here is an ordinary drone called Minion. It's a war vet. It came from the Donetsk region. Minion made 11 missions, 9 of which were successful. This drone reminds me that technology combined with Ukrainian bravery can do incredible things. The war in Ukraine is a war of technology. The war in Ukraine is a war of technologies. You have a unique chance not only to create a quality service or product, but to save real human lives. I'm sure there are product developers among you who can help us protect the entire democratic world. The future belongs to technologies. The future belongs to you. Thank you for your support of Ukraine, and слава Україні! Дякую.